Have you ever considered taking a vacation from your troubles? I have many times. And that idea truly was inspired for me from one of my favorite movies. It's called What About Bob? It stars Bill Murray, Richard Dreyfuss, Julie Haggerty, and a whole bunch of people. And in the movie, Murray's character is this very challenged guy who's been in therapy for years. And he goes after one therapist to another therapist. And he's in transition and going to see a new therapist who's played by Richard Dreyfuss. And this first day of therapy with Dreyfuss's character, he shows up and Dreyfuss tells him, well, I think we can work together, but I'm going on vacation for a few months, so I can't see you for a few months. And this causes Murray's character just to go into a horrible panic. He needs help sometimes daily and just can't imagine being without his therapist. And so his therapist is trying everything he can to calm him down and tell him if he has a mental health emergency, he's got backups, and this is just not working. So finally, Dreyfuss's character looks at Murray's character and says, you know what, Bob? I think you should take a vacation from your troubles. And Murray's character, Bob, says, oh my gosh, that's a great idea. And this starts the whole movie off. There's a whole bunch of other really great things. It's a funny movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. But this whole concept has caused me to consider that idea. And I'm recording this video right before the 4th of July. People are talking all about vacations and going away for summers and doing all sorts of interesting things. And I wondered if we might want to be like Bob and consider taking a vacation from our troubles. Now, what might that actually look like? Firstly, I want to state clearly, it doesn't look like denial. It doesn't look like taking things that are bothering us or concerning us and stashing them away and never talking about them or pretending that they're not really there or just denying that we're having a challenge. That's not what I'm talking about. But what I've noticed is that when I have a challenge, that I tend to think that a strategy for solving it, resolving it, feeling better about it is to obsess over it. And in all my years of being alive, I can honestly say that's never worked. It's never ever worked. Not one time has obsessing about the problem or being stuck in the pain and being stuck in the frustration helped me. The truth is, when I look back, it's been those moments where I've actually stepped out of it a little bit and then returned to it. Stepped out of it a little bit and then returned to it. So how do we take a vacation from our problems without going down the river of denial? They call it, denial in Egypt. Anyway, silly joke. I think, firstly, it starts with a decision. Just like every good vacation starts with. It's a decision to step out of my daily life and go somewhere different. And step away from the busyness and the hecticness, even step away from the beauty of my own home and my friends and step away. It's a decision that we make to step out of the foray of busyness and hecticness and take a deep breath. And so it comes first with a decision. I decide to take a vacation from my problems. The second thing then, and third, is when and where. How long? I guess that's the fourth thing. When and where and how long. All of those things come along with it. And so it's important to firmly establish those elements too. And what that can look like is when might be a significant period of time that we dedicate ourselves to doing anything but thinking about that challenge. It might be a daily routine that we get into, which equates also for how long. Maybe it's on my daily walk, I'm going to be as present as possible and look at everything around me and think about what's in front of me. I'm going to practice gratitude right now for what I'm seeing and experiencing and take a break from that challenge. and I'm going to do this every single day, or maybe once a week. Maybe I dedicate myself to frustration-free Friday, and all day Friday I let myself have freedom from my troubles or my concerns, and I do everything I can on that one day of the week to just be still or be happy or watch funny movies or actually go for a drive or go for a walk. And of course, we believe here at Mile High Church that spiritual practice is always a good vacation away from our troubles. It's an opportunity to step away. That has to do with where. Where do I go? Do I go into nature? Do I go within myself? Do I go into a different world for a while through a movie or a book or through art or through theater or through music? Do I immerse myself in some other reality? These are things that, of course, are normally available to most of us every single day of our lives. But I'm inviting us to think of them as stepping out of the challenges, even during the most frustrating times of our life. Whether it's that we are trying to solve a problem, or we're facing a challenge with a personal relationship or health issue, or maybe it's that we're seeking a solution to a new idea, a new possibility, a dream that we're contemplating and we're stuck, or we just can't see the next steps. This goes to that whole beautiful thing that Albert Einstein, the great mind, taught us, that we can't solve the problems at the level where they exist. That to solve and resolve things, we have to step out of them. So taking a vacation for me is often that break from the part of me that's thinking, trying to resolve. And going away has a freshening effect. And it allows my mind to open to other possibilities. It allows my mind to have a break from the intensity with which I've been participating in life. It allows my mind to let go. And so being clear about this, not just doing this haphazardly, especially if we're going through a challenge or creating something new, is a brilliant thing to do. Take a vacation from your problems, from the things that you're noodling about, and just take a little time away and know that doing this can make it even better when we come back to it. New ideas, creative possibilities, clarity can emerge, and strength and resilience that we didn't know we had. Be like Bob. Take a vacation.
Right here, right now, in this moment, recognize the one life, the one infinite intelligence, the one unconditional love that is God, that is Spirit, that is this infinite presence, this infinite possibility, this infinite wonder, this infinite faith and growth and expression. I recognize that is right here, right now in me, and every person hearing these words, in all of life everywhere. For there is no one and nothing that is outside of this oneness and this grace. And it is in this grace and oneness that I speak the word. This word is already written in that law of mind. And I'm so grateful to recognize that trust in life is part of this oneness and this grace. I recognize trust in activities and experiences, knowing that they are divine gifts. I trust that feelings are a divine gift, a message, an indicator, a packet of information. And I recognize that full trust in this guides us forward. Full trust in all of life and the infinite bounty of God that is forever being given to everyone. I say yes, yes, and more yes. As I recognize this deepening into trust, this deepening of trust in life, in each individual, trusting of the self, trusting of the infinite one, trusting of the activities and experiences that occur, and knowing that the gift is always being discovered and rediscovered, and that this leads all of us forward in ever-expanding circles of understanding, of love, of compassion, of empathy, of joy, and of all the other divine qualities. And I rejoice in this word of truth and power and presence. I recognize that the law operates always says yes. And so as I release these words into the law, I know that they're already done, that they're manifest for everyone and all, and there's nothing and no one left out. And so it is in this grateful, grateful heart that I let go and know it is done. And so it is. Amen. you.